Remember to start recording. Oh, Pengu power! Get you in a bit, mate. I'm on the play. I'm going to draw again. If that shard made a temporary resource, I might have kept it. Yeah, this hand's much better. Gonna play this out, pass the turn. Constructed Gauntlets are 500 platinum, and they break even with 3 wins. It's fine. I've got a lot of 5-win Gauntlets under my belt. I'm having trouble sequencing with this deck. I'm not sure. How much is this deck money-wise? I can tell you exactly, in fact, because I 5-won a Gauntlet with it. Probably about $1 bill. Yeah, about 100. This is very close to what we're playing right now. I literally just swapped like 3 cards. So, alright. So I just killed this guy there. And then so this champion's kind of sweet. So what his ability does, you have to have played an action in order to activate it, but for 3 charges, it creates a 1/1 with flying and haste. So we're going to play this Crackling Wit, which just is a 2-cost draw card. It also gives us a charge, which means we have a 3rd charge to activate Mr. McMombus and get our Bumbly Bot into the red zone. Yep, not a problem. Jeskai Ascendant, have any questions, feel free to ask. Remember, if you do order anything on Hex Primal, you can get 5% off with the discount code Jeff5. And this deals damage. Troops control 1/1, sure. So we're going to Crackling Bolt that. We'll Rage Fire it if we hit a Ruby source. Brick down a resource, which kind of sucks, especially since we had a cantrip. I guess this deck doesn't play a ton of resources. We've only got, what, 22 shards? We play Crackling Wits and Arcane Focuses, though, which kind of help. Maybe I don't want 4 Zygomots game. This card's been, Zygomots game's been a little awkward. Destroys a random artifact or troop, and if it blows up our own card, we get this back. And he reminds me of the guy from Saw, which is not a nod in his favor. These cards turn into 1/1s with flight when they die. That's annoying. That reverts a troop. So so the stream title's Prophecy Burn, the deck's called Burn. Showing I just keep poking away at our opponent until eventually we can just like, ooh, troops you control have 1/1. That's pretty good. And I'm just gonna take this lick here. I just want to keep pressuring his life total back little bits at a time until we can eventually burn him out at some point. There's combat, and this is nuts. This is a combat training that draws a card. So we cast this and draw a card, and then, like I mentioned earlier, anytime you hit combat training with a Prophecy, you just go nuts. Now this combat training comes back to our hand, and we get to draw a card again. And unfortunately, we bricked. Maybe we want 1 more shard if we're trimming Crackling Wits. Like, this would be a Crackling Wit previously. And I guess this other burn would have been a Crackling Wit too, right? So we got to curve out better with the Crackling Wit, with the burn in the deck, but if he doesn't have a removal spell for this Bumblebot, we could be in a pretty good spot. Yeah, that's fine. Don't really care about that one. Valiant Escort, sure. Alright, there's a shard. So let's Crackling Bolt this guy. He's likely to be able to block on the ground, so I really didn't want to split up training. And like, it's worse if he has a removal spell, but He didn't. I'd much rather just have more power in the air, especially since we're in a racing situation here. And it's all working out. We're going to pick the combat training back up this turn. It's more conservative to diversify the combat training, but, like, he could just leave guys back to block this on the ground. I think he would have left guys back to block this had we combat traininged it. Well, that's gross. Come on, Ruby Shod. That's unfortunate. Are we supposed to just Ziggy game and hope for the best? It's a real question. It's a real question. Is prayer the answer? I feel like prayer's the answer. No, him holding these guys back would be bad for us. We're racing. And, like, that's why this life drain is obviously very bad for us, because it stops us from racing. I think we just have to play a game and hope we end up on the right side of the game. You're not wrong. There's a lot of misses. If we would have hit a Ruby Shard there, we could have just double Rage Fire this high Infinitrix and just, like, gone on with our day. Another option here is I could put combat training on this Bumblebot and ship with the 2 Bumblebots and see if he blocks. I think I like that line, actually. Although, we needed... Yeah, that's wrong because we can't actually play... So it's like just a straight bluff attack. Yeah, that's incorrect. Alright, let's just play a game. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. Hope you enjoyed being serenaded. I felt like that moment required song. Alrighty. Hex is a game of skill. Hex is a game of skill. Hex is a game of skill. Knock, 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 knock. I mean, sometimes you roll 6, right? Sometimes you roll 6. You know, shit happens. Knock, 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 knock. All right, Infinitrix. Crimson Bolt, you're up. He's got a lot of little idiots. Burn seems good. Transmogrifade, sign me up. What do I not want? Ziggy game actually seems really bad. I think I'm just going to cut all of those, in fact. Combat training was fine. I might cut Crackling Whip. It's kind of clunky. Maybe I don't want all the burns. Yeah, we'll cut one burn. Alright, let's run it like this. Druid with the 3-month resub. Thank you for the continued support, mate. I do appreciate it. Welcome back. Hattie, hattie. Look at that! Druid's resub, that's a quarter of the money we lost playing humans. At least most of the platinum I've earned. I'm not actually still running on the first $20 I put into this game, which is sweet. My toddler asleep? I think my toddler's sleeping on the couch. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. You missed humans. Yeah, we 0-3'd with it. And I 0-3'd a gauntlet with it off stream before this, trying to get in some, like, practice matches. I wasn't even going to stream my second gauntlet. I was just going to watch Sithos while I played it, and then Sithos signed off, so I was like, I guess I'll stream. So we don't actually have any. So this card is one of the sweet cards. That's why it's called Prophecy Burn. So all those cards that prophesize, whenever we draw a prophecy card while this card is in play, it doubles it in our hand, which is just super sweet. Hey, Crimson. I mean, I'm an hour behind you, Crimson, so it's not even 11 o'clock here yet. Non-combat damage reduced by 1. Rude. I'm just going to Crackling Bolt this dork because it deals 3, so it'll do 2 and kill that. Activate Mistimic Bombus. Oh, you're awake, huh? You were just watching your show laying down? Yeah, Jeff wishes he missed humans too, yep. Set 2 beers. Ugh. Nice, Druda. Rally the Kings. Yeah, I probably shouldn't stay up too late. My youngest went to bed really early. He's probably going to be a tiny monster in the morning. So let's play this and get a Ruby. And Ragefire is a really cool card. If you haven't seen Hex before, if you haven't seen Ragefire, this card's awesome design. So it has a mechanic called Escalation, which after we cast this card, it gets put back into our deck. And then every copy of Ragefire in our deck gains more damage. So the first one does 2, the second one does 4, the next one does 6, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and burn the Ragefire here, even though I have Crimson Bolt, because I want to get this Ragefire back into my deck with more damage on it. Ugh. I'm glad we saved it. So Angel of Dawn. If this is the first card you've drawn in a turn, you can play it for free. It's just a free 4/4 flyer. Do you need help? Can you bring your tablet here and I'll help you? And then, so it's a 5/5 and this reduces non-combat damage by 1. Thankfully, Crimson Bolt does 6 to flying. Take a burn here. Even though it only does 1 damage, we have 2 more resources in my hand already, so I'm not going to take another one of those. I'll take another Starcaller Ancient. 'Tis a bird, dies to bolt. You're not incorrect. Wait, what? Really? That's how it works? God damn it. Rawr. I definitely thought, and then I could have burned it instead of mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Crimson Bolt is 2 sources of damage. Yeah, my opponent, he said weird too. So again, coming from Magic, that interaction is unintuitive. Exactly. The Magic players in the audience are like, that's not how that should work. I mean, we're dead anyways, but so start a new one. Do I want Burning Tendrils instead of Burn? The burns don't seem great. And this empowers, and this can kill the stupid takes less damage card. I'll leave 1 burn in. Actually, I'm just going to cut it and put this extra Crackling Whip back in. So that is one thing that annoys me about Hex. I know I'm not alone in that. They don't have a comprehensive set of rules covered. Yeah, this hand's actually really good. So we have our Prophecy card on 1, and we have our card that doubles Prophecy cards on 2, which is great. So we want the action that we're prophesying with Thunderfield Seer here to be 2 cards down our deck. So we don't want to draw it for our turn next turn. We want to draw it on turn 3 when we have Starcaller Ancient in play. How lucky am I? Sweet. No. So hopefully it's the next card. Hopefully this stays in play. I'm not going to attack my 1/1 into his 1/1 because I don't really want to give him a flyer. When this dies, it transforms into a 1/1 with flight. Yeah, Brood Baron technically says destroy that opposing champion. Alright, just a Deathless Guardian. Sweet. So hopefully we draw a Prophecy card next turn, and hopefully it's awesome. It's combat training. That draws a card! We're going to put this one on here and draw a card. And then we're going to activate my champion ability and put this one on my Bumblebot, which draws a card. And then when the Bumblebot hits my opponent, they're both going to come back to my hand. God, that's great. That's so great. How can you cut the combat trainings? Are you still here? Hollow Dees was the one that cut the combat trainings, right? Have these games convinced you that combat training is just like the nut high when it works? Are you ever recruited by big Magic teams? I mean, no, I've never really been talked to by Magic teams. Just so we could all agree that combat training's the nut. If there's one thing we take away from the stream, that would be what I would like to take away for folks. He's missing a shard. All right. Time to take him to Browntown. I don't think the floor is that low on combat training. I think at minimum at dealing a damage or two, I think like you just have to sequence it well so you know you're getting in hits with it basically. Yeah, my combat training's back. Oh no, we're gonna have to discard. I'm so unlucky. I'm just the unluckiest. Look at it returns and returns and returns and returns. And every time these things drew cards. Because they were prophesized. The Thunderfield Seer foretold the training the Bumblebot would go through. This only reverts a troop, right? Yeah, so I can transmog this and turn it into a coin. Or a forge. Forge is actually pretty good for him. It's unfortunate. And then rage fire this dork. I'm not sure why he kept attacking with the Swift Strike guy. I'll have to ask him when he comes back. Seems a little loosey-goosey. And then my combat trainings come back. Let's look for a burn spell. I'll just take the crackling bolt. He's got 4 resources. We've got this plus a bunch of draws in the bank. God, that's so gross. It's so gross. I don't think combat training is a card we can afford to play 4 of, but I think the opportunity cost on 2 is pretty good. Ooh, he's got flight guides. Good thing I have the crackling bolt. GG's, Pengu. Alright, we're going to play one more match with the Prophecy Burn deck, and then we're going to call it a night. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. He got a little bit stuck on charge in that second game. Went out this right. Do you think you were a little bit too aggressive, Pengu? The prophecy bird mirror. This is the mirror that was foretold. Yeah, this hand seems pretty good in the mirror. Line of pause sights the nut. We got a removal spell. The third game, you kept pushing with the first striker, and it definitely could have saved you points of damage blocking. Like, there was a turn you shipped with the Phantom and the first striker, and then the following turn you attack, which is the first striker. He doesn't have plays. That's good for us. So I'm just going to go ahead and Crackling Bolt his Dome here. Ooh, I'm a liar. I'm just going to play this Starcaller Ancient. Because the Starcaller Ancient Lanopost Sight Curve is gross. Peace, Crimson. Doesn't have any Ruby. That's good for us. No Transmog. Lanopost Sight, sure. If he doesn't hit Ruby to kill the Starcaller Ancient, and our Starcaller Ancient doubles the Lanu. Every time you double even one Lanopost Sight card, you know you're going to double the rest of them because you're going to draw into them usually, and it's slops. Sloppy, 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 sloppy. Sloppy, 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 sloppy. Clicking too quick. The quick clicks die. Alright, missed a point of damage. Alright. Starcaller Ancient, do your thing. Do your thing, Chicken Wing. Oh, jeez. It's about to get real silly up in here. It's about to be real silly. We gonna draw some cards and Kai. We gonna draw some cards. Oh wait. Why do I have a we have the wrong cards in our main board right now. Huh. That's interesting. So I think I'm gonna just Pongify this guy. Did I DC? The client crashed, but not. Yeah, no, we didn't DC during our game. Your game was the first one. That's where I think I'm okay making this trade here. We just have like infinite cards in our hand. Yeah, maybe I'm not. Maybe I am. Yeah, I think that's fine. So unlucky, we have to discard. I don't think we're going to have time to get combat training going, so I'm just going to bin that for now. Yeah, the two-color shards are basically, so the difference between them and like dual shards in the Magic context is that when you play them, they basically only make one threshold or the other for the entirety of the game. Well, he hit his Ruby. That's pretty good for him. Maybe that trade was a little aggressive. Oh, geez. Yeah, that trade was probably too aggressive. And now the Zygomat's game goes back to his hand. Well, I'm just going to bolt down all of his things. And I'm actually going to play this, so I can't use the resource that this shard makes this turn, but I'm going to play that one out because I would prefer to not have this card down because we'd have 8 cards in our hand because this shard draws a card. Draw a card, gain a card. This mirror is silly. We know he has a Zygomots game in his hand still. There's a hippie in my house, right? Alright, Shard's actually a pretty good draw because it lets us go kill this, Crackling Bolt, Crackling Bolt. Honestly, the weirdest that happened with my reserves has probably made this game one better for us. Crimson Bolt's pretty good in the mirror. Zigmag game to kill my guy. Starcaller Ancient, sure. That's a lot of cards. We're both getting a lot of cards. First to draw Mindspire, right? You wanna come sit with your papa? You want Tay to put this up here? Yeah, you happy, toddler? That's a lot of Starcaller Ancients. Man, we went from probably can't lose this game to probably can't win. What a ride it's been. Hopefully the actions is prophesized on top of our deck, so we draw it and then it doubles. Mama. Rage Fire, Rage Fire, Rage Fire, Rage Fire, Rage Fire. Man. That's super unfortunate. Now he gets to play his Zygomots game and just like destroy us. Yeah. Your dad loves you. Yeah. Yeah, you know your dad loves you. This toddler. What? Oh, there's a Rage Fire that draws a card and does what? Copies itself? Oh no, we already had the... Nah, he's probably fine. I got him. You're good. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm saying he's fine. I got him. Okay, I'm going to bed. Good night, cutie. I love you. Yeah, I'll take it out. How many actions you got in here? Plenty. 3, 4. Yeah, just infinite actions in the script. Kill his ancient. Oh, that does... Oh, it only does 2 right now. Just drew another shard. All the shards. What do you think, Turtler? You grabbed the dead headset, hit your head? What a game. It's a shame we flooded out here a little bit at the end. We've also seen a lot of cards, though, so... Zygomots game that kills his thing, and then goes back to his hand, and then it kills our thing. You play this, draw a card, resolves to... Yeah, now he gets to put his Phoenix back into play using his ability. Attack us for 4, down to 7. There's this Phoenix coming back into play. You found a pen? Toddlers and pens sounds dangerous. I think I mismanaged my resources. It's very difficult to make the claim that I played this game perfectly or anywhere close to, because we had a ton of decisions in the early game. There's just 0% chance that we made all the right choices in the early game. We're technically not dead on board, but in reality, we're likely dead. I guess we have 2 blockers. Probably getting Zygomots gamed out of this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the fire rages! The fire rages! Rage, fire, toddler, rage! that toothy grin. Alright, what on earth are we doing? I don't really have technology for the mirror. We got burn, so we got crimson bolts, we got burning tendrils, I guess. Yeah. Zygomot's game does not seem particularly great. Crackling Wit can come out, I guess. Let me try this. High five. Yeah, high five. I'm glad you're a happy toddler, not a crabby toddler. No, don't grab the headset cord. Don't do it. Don't do it, toddler. Don't do it. You think you're funny? You think this is a game? You think this is a game? Twitch will probably tell you it's a game. When your Zygomots games get perfectly prophesized, they're very good. We also aren't playing Phoenix like he is, so... The Zygomots games are definitely better when you have access to Phoenix. Just because a card won a game does not mean it's appropriate to keep in your deck. You don't... Results-based thinking like that is not where you want to be. Don't break Dad's headset. He loves this headset. So I think I'm actually going to arcane focus here and combat training because I really want to make sure that we get to cast Line of Pause Sight next turn. I think it's pretty important to make sure our Line of Pause Sights resolve early and often. Hey, K Smith. Oh yeah, I forgot when I was messaging on Facebook to tell you that I was live and streaming. He does have Verdict of the Ancient Kings up here. I'm going to play the non-prophesized Line of Pause Sight, because if he has Verdict, I want to make sure this one... I want that one to get countered before the one that prophesizes. Hey. You're a turd. You're a turd. Yeah, I know you think you're funny. Oh, you know you're funny? Crimson Bolt my dork, sure. High five. High five. Yeah, you're funny. You're funny. Phoenix is scary. You forgot to Bumblebot, maybe intentionally, so he could block. So we're losing value on a possible Starcaller Ancient here, but meh. Play this, copy it, definitely take that. Not attacking my Bumblebot in, would like to use my Bumblebot to chump his Phoenix next turn. Alright, he's got some prophecies going on. So he's going to ship with both of those. Yep, I'm going to chump with my Bumblebot here. And then we're going to Crackling Bolt, but it'll copy itself and we'll kill both of these. Hey, Hacky. Yeah, it is. If this was a Magic Tournament, I could be, get in trouble for outside assistance for sure. How many actions are in here? He's got just 4. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and Line of Pause Sight here. If he has Verdict, it's annoying because this one got Prophesied. He doesn't. I'm actually going to hold the Bumblebot back to block because I think we're in a position where I want to preserve my life total a little bit because I think we're in a better position as the game goes along right now. And he has a burn. Okay, so does he have a Crackling Bolt or something else to kill this? He's only one action away from bringing his Phoenix back into play. If he has like another burn here, we'd be in a lot of trouble. Am I trading? I am going to trade with one of these guys here. Again, just preserving our life total. Next turn, we can start leaving up Burn and Crimson Bolt. Underfield, Elder of his own, sure. Let's play Starcaller Ancient out here. I'm going to go ahead and Crimson Bolt his 3-2. And I'm going to go ahead and hold his Crimson Bolt of his own. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hold Burn up here because he can bring his Phoenix back now. None of these are prophesized, right? That's sad. Yep, resolves. You're Brett. You're Brett, toddler. The toddleriest Brett I have. I'm going to put one combat training on here now. I'm not going to fire them both off. One, because I want to hold up Burn, and two, because if he kills this next turn, I want to be able to put this combat training on something else and get them both back. Hey, look at that. Need your Phoenix. So, you know, call some shots. Next turn, we put this combat training on him and get him up to 3. Crack him for 3. Redraw our 2 combat trainings. Even if we draw a resource here, it's not the worst because it lets us activate our a resource that draws a card. It's really good. This resource doesn't draw a card, but meh. I think I am going to put at least one combat training on this Bumblebot here. Just use our resources a little bit. I don't know if I want to put both on. Yeah, I'm just going to put both on it. Just use the resources up in case we draw cards that draw more cards and want to use everything next turn. We have the combat training tech split between 2 troops now, so we're pretty likely to be able to keep getting them back. Well, that's unfortunate. Just like the one thing that punishes us for taking the line that I did. That's all right. Well, at least we have a 6-3 with speed. Oh, stop it. Yep, I wasn't thinking about that, Druda. Was definitely incorrect on my part. Definitely should have held one of the combat trainings. I mean, he just drew 6 cards that turn, so probably losing this game now. And we drew another shard. Feel like we've been on the losing side of more than a few of these swings. And he's at 4 actions towards the Phoenix again. So two more actions and he just gets a Phoenix back. Hey, Brian. I wonder what's in his hand. Maybe he's just flooded out too a little bit. That would be nice. It's another shard. Is it time for bed after this match, Toddler? I think it's time for toddlers to go to bed after this match. Alright. Okie doke. Yep. Let's keep the chain moving. No, that doesn't keep the chain moving. If he draws his action that he doubles this turn, he gets to get his Phoenix back, so hopefully he doesn't. He also gets to use this. Sweet. And unfortunately, we can never get those combat trainings back because there's only what's the word I'm looking for? I'm gonna mess my webcam here a little bit for a second. That's better. There's only 2 combat trainings in my deck, so unfortunately we are just out of them. Almost perfect. There we go. Action. I guess we're both flooding. The problem is he's got a better payoff soon. He's gonna get a double action, which then gets him a Phoenix back. I missed attacking for 1 there, which is not good. These matches are often about little amounts of damage. I was talking and adjusting that, and well, that's a good one to have a prophecy on. Those are some good ones as well. I think we're just gonna take this Rage Fire. All right, yep. Do 4, do 6, do 2. And look, that point of damage is the difference between him being dead next turn and him being alive. So that he said he noticed right after he passed. Yeah, he had me dead. He said he missed it right after he passed. I was giving him stuff. Halodis is another one of the subs here. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, folks. This is just an extra little bonus stream. Thursday afternoon is my all hex stream. We're gonna be on for a minimum of 4 hours, probably a little more than that, knowing me. May or may not be live tomorrow. Wednesday's not a scheduled stream day for anything right now. Starting next week, if you're into Magic, we're gonna be having Paper Magic on Wednesday night starting next week. So. Yeah, I can hang out for a second. What's up?